All right, guys, we've got a voltgo 400 battery. You can see it there next to the bed in proportion to the van here. Okay, you can see it's a big boy. All right, here's my hand. It's a pretty big boy, definitely heavy. So this is like the Humvee of batteries. There's more expensive batteries. What are they called? Oh shit, I can't think of the name. But there are more expensive ones. This one's like half the price of some of the real expensive ones. But anyway, but it's not cheap. These like retail for like $2,000. I had a guy who gets them for like $1,600. So I went ahead and did that with the shipping and everything. So anyway, just so got it, and it's definitely heavy, and it's coincidentally just at the height of the box spring of the bed, so I could actually lift the bed up, a little bit, and this thing would technically fit underneath the bed. Now, this thing has all kinds of thermal runaway protection, everything, so you don't have to worry about that. It's not the kind of battery like a Tesla that thermal runs away anyhow so much, but these are safe to like put on a boat. I'm not going to mention his name again because now it's getting to top secret business relationship potentially, but there's a guy who really knows his shit with batteries who I came across on YouTube who's got some of his stuff invented from scratch. He's created things from scratch. He's not really keen on doing any patents. And long story short, he's got a advanced BMS system that monitors these kinds of batteries for boats and RVs and different things. But he won't touch the lithium ion batteries with a 10-foot pole because of the thermal runaway problem, the Tesla batteries. Well, I've been brainstorming, and those of you who know me well know that I'm very good with radiators. I've crammed huge Setrab 640s in the front corner of a Z06 underneath the stock nose, which is bigger than G-Speed or LG Motorsports or any of those guys managed to do. So I'm very good at putting big heat exchangers in different spots. Well, I've come up with something that's really revolutionary, and I can't even talk about it because it's so simple once you see how it all works. But it could potentially be like Legos as far as the cooling system needed to keep the Tesla-style lithium-ion batteries safe. And then you'd be able to plug into a Tesla supercharger and charge up your batteries very quickly because you can have really high C loads, current exchange loads, whereas this one here, it's a 400 amp hour battery, so you got to run it like, 0.5, C or whatever, so you got to run it like 200 amp hours tops, something like that. But anyway, the point is, if you ran the Tesla batteries, you could get away with a whole lot more. The problem is with the Tesla batteries, the thermal runaway, you've got to plumb in a coolant circuit to them, and I figured out how I would do it, and I would not use the stock coolant system to do it. I would have a standalone coolant system. So anyhow, so I'm in chats with this guy now, mentioning to him, hey, why don't you get your BMS unit to do this, this, and this, and we could really have something amazing where a person could pull their camper van or RV up to a Tesla supercharging station and charge it up within a couple hours, an hour, 2 hours, and be ready to rock for another day worth of electricity. So that's really a big deal. You drive to town, go get some food, yada yada, things you got to do anyhow potentially, and there you are. You're good to go. Not to mention the aspect of solar, which I'm not going to get into all those details either. But this guy, he's already well acquainted with solar because he helps people on their boats set up these systems, so he's used to messing around with solar panels. But neither here nor there. The issue, if I put this over there against that wall, is it puts all the weight on that one wheel over there. So right now I'm brainstorming with the idea of, can I leave this in front of the bed here, turn it sideways, that way it's dead center, and if you look at where the wheel and tires are, it would be more towards the rear wheels than it would be the front wheels, okay? So it'd still be, and you'd be putting the weight right in the middle of the van, so it'd keep the van very center of gravity. So that's probably what I'm going to do, is I'm probably going to figure out a way to stick that thing right there. I could put it over against the wall, like I said, but it's kind of neither here nor there. So probably going to do that, and I'll probably fabricate some sort of custom headboard for the bed anyway, because I don't like the pillow falling off, as you can see kind of happens. But anyhow, that's the foam thing that it came in on the roof, and there's the box with the foam underneath it. So I might still utilize the foam. That way the battery is not getting vibrated to death with the vibration of the vehicle. I haven't decided yet. But these voltgo batteries are really cool because these handles that are on the side here, they actually unbolt and can be moved down to the bottom of the box so that you can have an anchor point to anchor to the floor or whatever it is that you're trying to anchor to. And you can also anchor battery to battery when you bring those down to the ground. You can anchor batteries side by side. So if you got a couple of these to increase your capacity. However, I don't know that I'm going to be getting another one of these. I honestly think if I was to do something else, I would start to tinker with the idea of the Tesla battery now that I'm getting antiquated with all this stuff. And that way I could be the pioneer to figure out what it's going to take to do this right and make a very easy kit for everybody to like Legos, where it's like, anyway, I'm not going to get into the details because it's so damn simple. I can't believe it's not on the market yet. But anyway, let's see here. That's really all I got for that. You guys saw my shelf the other night. Okay, shelf's been doing great, no issues. This fits underneath the shelf if I want to put it underneath the shelf over here. That's definitely a possibility. I could put it over here, but then I'd have to step over it, which again, that's a possibility. But I think if I just kind of put it dead center here, it would be a pretty good situation. So just contemplating what I'm doing exactly right now. So that's all. See ya.